How are people grabbing hundreds of thousands from banks with the same methods PPP scammers use? It's called business credit. PPP scams, fake business, fake money, illegal. Business credit, real business, real money, more work, which I explain, but legal. First thing that popped in your head, I'm lying. Am I? No, I'm actually telling you the disgusting truth. See, these are idiot bans. We were told work hard, make money. These guys are not even trying and getting away with hundreds of thousands. This guy, Frank Amadeo, Google him. He bought hella fighter jets and tried to take over the US economy. This guy, Green Mountain Coffee, he makes the disposable coffee cups. His company failed, but he still bought a West Palm Beach mansion off of business credit from his company. We know Firefest. How did he get the money to pay Kylie Jenner and Bella Hadid for his failed festival? Business credit. So the second big question is why? Why are banks giving so much money? But first, let's answer a bigger why. Why should you continue watching this video? Because it's no longer get rich or die trying. It's get rich or die in a cheap hospital. You were twice as likely to die from COVID if you were in a broke hospital versus a rich one. Magic Johnson had AIDS and everyone was dying. He magically didn't. It wasn't magic. It was money. 1 in 3 people will get cancer in their lifetime. If you have more than 2 loved ones, add you, somebody's going to get cancer and you are either going to get rich or die in a cheap hospital. Let's answer the next why. Why doesn't everyone do this? First, they don't know it exists. Ignorance. You will no longer have that excuse after this video. The second reason is laziness. You're going to spend 30 minutes on this video. Pass a credit quiz on the things I'm going to teach you in this video to make sure the hours I put in this video and your 30 minutes are not wasted. And I have a free gift for you. Now, let's answer the biggest why. Why does it seem like banks are trying to give money away? Well, first, let's answer the question, how do banks make money? We know how McDonald's make money. They're worth $250 billion. They have hella stores. We know they sell food. We know Apple's worth multiple trillions of dollars. They have hella stores. They sell phones. Chase has hella stores. You see the logos everywhere. What's keeping the lights on? And they have $4 trillion in assets under management. They sell what? Money. They sell you money. They loan you $10,000. They charge you 5 to 10% interest and they make money back on the interest. But this means they have to loan money out in order to make their money back. If they don't lend money, their stock goes down, everyone gets fired. It's terrible. 2008. But they won't lend you money even though they have to do it to keep their business going if you don't have the right things that the bank is looking for. And we're going to talk about all that right here. People charge 10 bands for this in their courses. You're getting it for free. So pay attention, please. Let's look at the bank. So you're a bank. You have to lend money out. Should you lend to the person, the individual, the slave, or the business, the corporation, the master? $1,200 is what we got as individuals during COVID. That was only $360 billion. But governments gave $12 trillion to businesses. To explain this analogy, let's say you had a newspaper company, right? Do you go after one homeowner or do you go after the building owner who has 100 other people within his building? Obviously, you go after the building. It's like killing 100 birds with one stone. The homeowners, the average people, spent their $1,200 stimulus on Louis Vuitton, Gucci, weed. The business owner's not only going to spend the money a bit smarter because it takes a lot to become an owner of a business, but also they're going to give them extra money on top. PPP, they were giving $2K per employee. Then more for the ERC, they were literally giving 30 bands per employee. That means if you had 100 employees, you got a cool 3 mil. But if you had 1,000 employees, you literally got 30 mil from the government. For what reason? It's because they need to lend money, but they have to lend it to the right people and they have to make sure that you are going to pay it back. That's the caveat to all this. You only get access to any of this if they know you'll pay it back. How do you prove you'll pay it back on the personal side? 800 plus credit score, credit quote, 800 plus credit score on the personal side. There's one phase of credit building. Once you have the 800, you can maintain it forever. They're also very forgiving. I show you guys how to remove things off your credit report, but all it's going to get you is 50 bands and a Hellcat. Whereas on the business side, there's many phases and you have to execute every single step in every single phase perfectly. But you get access to at least 100, if not $500,000. But what's the catch? Let's take a look up here. Let's take a trip to the X on the map. This is everything. This is what the banks are looking for. They're looking for all of this. It's very complex, so I tried my best to make it very simple. We have Pokemon graphics. This is how you set up your business to be the most fundable business. First, you want your business to be in a low risk industry. Things that are bad, smoking, we know what that is. Gambling, trucking is also a high risk industry. No matter how good you do these next steps, if you are in a high risk industry, they will deny you every time. However, if you're in a low risk industry, things like consulting, marketing, you'll be good for funding. Solutions, whatever your name is, solutions, or whatever your business idea is, solutions. Everyone in the business credit game, their LLC says solutions on the end of it. So if you do that, you're good. Next, have a 1-800 number from GoDaddy. 1-800 numbers just make your business look more professional. GoDaddy allows you to get one for very cheap and you can access it on your cell phone. Super easy. Next, you want a physical office location. You do not want them Googling and Google Mapsing the address of your business, which they will do. and seeing your mom's house or seeing the fucking trap house with your boys posted outside throwing up gang signs. No, you want it to look great, professional. You want the big office with the big windows. There are lots of services that provide this. Regis is another one, but I say to do Opus Office because it will report to your NAV business credit report. You're gonna have to pay that amount of money every month, but if it's reporting to your business credit report, it's also working in your favor. Next, good website and good gram. Every business needs a good website. If your website is not absolutely beautiful, you're screwed. You can get one for $100 on Fiverr, if that. Good Instagram also. This is what a lot of people in the business credit game sleep on. Ferraris on Instagram, Lamborghinis on Instagram, Apple's on Instagram. Your local coffee shop is on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, it looks kind of weird, but if you are and you make a couple posts and get a bit of a social media presence, it shows you're serious. Next, 411. If you do all of these right, you'll be listed in 411 and you're good. If not, you can list yourself. There are a variety of ways to do so. Either way, it's a good marker of a solid business. So being on 411 is important. Now, after you've done all this, after your business is already set up and ready to go, now you actually file for the LLC. When you file for your LLC, you want to get what's called an Articles of Incorporation. This is your paper document that makes your business real. It exists now. You may also want to get a standard operating agreement. You're not going to need those until you get to the highest levels of business credit. Next, EIN, right? The LLC made your business real. The EIN made your business taxable, which means money flowing out, taxes, but it also made it fundable. Your EIN is your social security number for your business. That means every business credit application, just like for every financial application, they ask for your social security number. Every business credit application, they're going to ask for your EIN. If I'm talking too fast, put it on 0.75x speed. I cannot afford to slow down. I'm giving you too much sauce right now. Next is your business bank account. Now, I put the revolving emoji here because you want a lot of money revolving through this business bank account. From now on, anything you spend, and let's hope you're spending at least 5-10 bands a month because they want to see a lot of money flowing through this business. Business money is the blood of a business. So you want to pump as much through as possible to let them know that your business is alive and thriving. Next, you want to get your Dun & Bradstreet number. Dun & Bradstreet was at the top of business credit. Now it's the SBSS, but it's still very important. Get your DUNS number from dunandbradstreet.com. Lastly, you want to be able to rap cap about your business. You want to be able to talk about your business, whether your business has 100 employees already and is already thriving, or it's literally just you and your boy. You want to be able to get on the phone with the bank because they're probably going to call you and talk to them about what your business is, what it does, where it's going, and why they should give you funding. Be serious, be professional. You do all that, you're fine. Next, you want to sign up with NAV. NAV has everything you need for business credit. They allow you to track all of your business credit scores, so you don't have to go to separate sites to see each separate score. You have it all in one place, and they also offer business banking and a ton of other things you need. Sign up for NAV, and you're going to pay monthly for NAV, but that's going to report to your business credit as well. So before we even made it to step 2, you already have 2 net 30 accounts, which is what you want to build up. You already have 2. You're starting the game. You're hitting the ground running. Last thing to consider at this step is the SBSS. Everything you do in your business, you want to think SBSS. SBSS is the top business credit score right now, and you can see it through NAV, which is why NAV is so important. Revolve a lot of money through your business, right? I put the liquid emoji here because that's the main thing they're looking for with the SBSS is liquid. One of the main things. They don't look up the video on SBSS. It doesn't tell you exactly what they're looking for, but I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes, people who work at banks. It's liquid. Next, you've hatched your egg. You're a fucking Charmander now. Congratulations. If you were getting your driving test, you're driving in a lot now. You already got the car. You can't drive it on the street, but you're driving around in a lot. You're learning how to drive. And in this stage, if you do everything right, will take as little as 3 months. This stage is all about net 30 accounts. See, the banks don't even trust you yet. The banks don't trust you with not $500, $1,000. They don't trust you with a single dime. So you're going to have to go to the people who will trust you first. The lower level business accounts like NAV, like Opus Office, the net 30 vendors, right? Granger is an example. Uline is another example. Quill is another example. These sites all sort of sell the same products. They're going to be basic office products like boxes, paper, toilet paper, printing paper. It's a lot of paper, but you're going to want to spend at least $50 a month with each of these sites, and you're going to want to keep it revolving, right? You're also going to want to pay it off in 15 days if you can. Business credit is not like personal credit. You get credit for paying things off early, at least on the paydex score. You do all this right, and by the way, you want to get at least 5 of these accounts. I gave you 5 in this video. Like, I know a lot of people that don't even touch the Granger or Ulines anymore, but this is enough to get you started. Now, once you have those 5 net 30 accounts reporting every month, spending $50 a month. Yeah, yes, it costs to play this game. I should have added that down here. You have to pay kind of a lot of money, not that much, and no more than a few bands, but still. Either way, you've hatched, you've evolved now. Boom, evolution. You're now a Charmeleon. You're spinning flames, bang, bang. And this stage, like the other one, can take as little as 3 months if you do everything right. This is your learner's permit. You are on the road. The banks, they don't trust you yet, but stores do. Stores need businesses to buy products from their stores. What better way to incentivize that than by them giving you lines of credit? Home Depot is one of the easiest store card business lines of credit to get. This is the second tier of business credit, but You have those limitations, just like on your learner's permit, you can drive at certain times. You can drive in a real car, but you can drive at certain times. Just like you try and use your Home Depot store card and a Lowe's, not happening, not working. Costco. I mean, listen, right? I love the various items at Costco, the pizzas, the chicken bakes, the berry smoothies. They have so much good stuff, but I would find it hard to spend 10 to 20,000 at Costco, which is what the store cards are going to give you on average, 10 to 20,000 for a new business. But the manufactured spend at Costco, I talk a lot about this method in the credit quote for free, and I just gave you some shit right here. I should swipe it off the screen. You can go look at that to get that. Basically, you can make 3% of your entire credit limit every time, but don't try it with your Costco card. Costco owns the Costco card and they can see what you're doing. They're not going to be happy about that. So then how do you keep things revolving? Through these cards. You can buy things like laptops at Costco and sell them. Maybe you lose 5%, maybe you make 5%. Try and find a deal and resell it. Like, this is a lot of work, I know, but this is the only way to keep money revolving through your business credit cards legally. Graphics cards also, you can buy it at any online retailer. Best Buy, I know, gives business credit cards. You can buy those. If you find them at a good price on Best Buy, you can sell them to someone else. Home Depot, though, what the hell are you gonna buy from Home Depot? Hella drills, right? This is why the cheat code to this is running an actual business. The key is running an actual business. You want to actually have a business, a purpose for all this money, because if you don't, you'll still get the 200,000, but it'll be on fire. And I'll explain that later. The key though is running an actual business. That's kind of the key here. The key drawing didn't show up all the way. Congrats. You're going to spend a lot of effort doing all this. It would almost be easier if you had an actual business to run, and I'll tell you guys the business is to run. But now we're done with this. This is done. This is kind of tough. Your learner's permit, you got to worry about all these rules. That's over. Let's go up here to, oh yeah, your license. Let's go. You made it. You have your actual license now. You're a fully evolved Charizard. Ash is about to send you into battle and beat the Elite Four. The banks, the guys over here who had their fingers crossed behind their back, is like, do we really trust this guy? They trust you now, and they're giving you 80 bands in funding. I know for a fact AFS, Google what that means. Chase Business Inc. right now is giving 80K limits. Shout out Income Cam. But the key for this is they're not just doing this like off of nothing. AFS is one way, but they're also going to look at your P&Ls for your business. They're going to look, is your business making money? How much are you spending? How much are you making? Right? You're not going to make it that far on this stage if you're not making money. Also, they're going to want to see bank statement. Now, if you did everything in the previous step, you're going to do well at this stage. But if you don't have either of these things, UCC ones, for example, I should not be saying this for free, but I literally just got off the phone with my dude at the bank because I didn't want to put information in the video unless it was absolutely verified. And we're going to talk about connects at the banks later, but you're going to be able to get 30K per card, and if you have everything patterned right, you'll be able to get 80K per card. Now, can you be an idiot with this? Because these cards are going to tempt you to spend money, because that's how they make money, getting you trapped in interest. The MX Platinum has a Saks credit every quarter. That means free Saks every quarter. Are you going to go in Saks and blow the bag? Are you going to get the tractor for your business, or the Lambo for the bitches? You can make money with either one, but I can't think of many legitimate business models that involve a Lamborghini Urus. But you could, if you wanted to, waste hella money on that. But instead, I'd recommend getting a Cadillac. Is it as nice as a Urus? No. Is it nice? Yes. And you can now start a rental car company, a serious one. You can rent them out to Armenians. They have sites for people who literally fly over from Armenia, and their plan in life is to drive a Cadillac for rich people back and forth from the airport or wherever around town they need to be driven. Tell me, any Armenians in the comments, tell me if I'm capping. Somebody leave a comment below. I mentioned the Cadillac specifically because GM Financial is known for being generous with car loans for business credit. Okay, what else can you get? Phones. If you want phones, if you want 5-10 phones for some reason, or even if you just want 3-4 phones as a backup, you walk into the T-Mobile store as a regular customer and you ask for 3 phones, even if you have that perfect 800 credit score we talked about over there, they're gonna raise eyebrows at you, right? But you walk in as a business, easy. They love to give money to people who they know are going to bring the money back. Also, home and office. Homes are tougher. That's a whole other section. But offices, they will gladly rent a spot out to you. And I'm going to talk about a couple business models that really could benefit from having a physical location, and they will gladly give you these. Keep in mind, I gave you like a lot of benefits here, right? What I didn't tell you is that it's all tax free. American billionaires avoid taxes by borrowing money. Go read this article if you want to learn more about how it works. But a simple example I can give you is the sale leaseback. People use this strategy in real estate all the time. Essentially, let's say your family owns a cookie factory where you guys manufacture cookies. You could either own the factory and pay $5,000 on a mortgage every month, or sell the building to someone else and pay them a $5,000 lease every month. What is the difference between these two? The $5,000 lease is a business expense, which means you can write it off on taxes, right? Now, you're losing all your money, have all expenses that are able to be written off, which is going to make your P&Ls look bad, but there's ways around that. But Starbucks is also known to use this tactic aggressively. Their real estate, what Starbucks does with their real estate, it's basically this. Now, if you know about Pokemon, you know about the rare candy. You had to wait 3 months. And that's the thing, it might be 3 to 8 months if you screw up or skip steps, or if you don't have all the funding to get everything done, which we talk about down here after the key. Where's the rest of the key, Apple? So 3 months, 3 months, 3 months if it's all perfect. But this could be a 2-year process. This could be 24 months, 8 months, 8 months, 8 months. But you can buy 2-year-old corporations that people build specifically exactly for this purpose for a few bands. And that's kind of where we get to the rare candy. This is all the hacks and cheats to get all this money right away. What's the catch to this? You're not ready. A lot of influencers will give you this money and say, hey, here's all this money, and we'll just charge you 10%. It's not what I want. I don't want a bad name with the banks, and I don't want a bad name in general. So if you don't got the money and the business skills to flip it, skip this section. But stacking, my guy, personal connection, only accessing the credit code or cash club, runs stacking plays. What is stacking? To make it very simple, let's say you know for a fact Navy Federal in your region checks TransUnion. If that means if you apply for Navy Federal, the inquiry, the bank account is going to show up on your TransUnion credit report first. Chase checks Experian. So if you apply for a Chase account, they check Experian. You follow me. So if you applied for a loan from Navy Federal today, and then you applied for a loan from Chase tomorrow, that loan would not go through because they're going to see you just applied for a loan yesterday. This adds what's called an inquiry. This makes it look like you're searching for cash. That's why banks don't like it. But if you know Navy pulls from TransUnion and you know Chase pulls from Experian, you apply at the same time, that inquiry's not there yet. Okay, you get it. Imagine that with 3 different banks and even running multiple accounts with the same bank, running multiple accounts with the same inquiry. Okay, you can see how easy it is to get a ton of money, but there's a huge catch. There's an even bigger catch at the end of this. So don't get your hopes up. Now that I have you here and I gave you the greatest sauce, take the credit quiz so me and you didn't waste the last 30 minutes. Credit code is $200 off if you pass the quiz. I think that makes it $300. It used to be $50. Buy it or don't buy it. I literally don't care, but buy it. The price is going up very soon, but if not, learn from just my videos alone like they did and get yourself a 392 Durango. Anyways, either way, however you did it, whether you evolved the slow route, you did the rare candy route, if you did all the steps and didn't fuck up on any step, we have now reached the key, which is still somehow not loading. What's the catch? It's no way. The key is hundreds of bands in your lap right now. It's there. All your dreams, all your wishes, your dream car, it's there. As long as you have a business behind it, be smart. What's the catch though? Number one, these are dummy bands. Just like I told you about the idiot bands earlier, this process, while kind of complex, if it can be explained with Pokemon graphics, it ain't that complex. Anybody, if they put the time in, can do this. The #1 school community right now is literally teaching people how to do this, and he's making a fuck ton of money off it. He has way less followers than Hamza, and yet his #1, it's not, bro's got veneers and shit, but it's not really him. It's the business model. It's free fucking money. It is the cash cow. It is the gold mine. So everyone's going to get on it and mess it up for everyone. You have a very limited amount of time before the banks start changing the methods, before the banks start looking deeper. Just like how for credit reports, you used to be able to remove an inquiry by sending in any handwritten letter. You could have had your 3-year-old toddler scribble out a dispute letter. I want to dispute this charge. And they would have accepted it and removed the charge right away. What did everybody do? Because it was so easy and people started spreading the information, what happened? They made it a lot harder. Now you have to write out typed letters and handwritten letters. You have to reference specific credit laws within these letters. There's a whole process now because they had to make it harder because everyone was taking advantage. What's the second catch? It's that this video and all the information in it are actually useless if you don't execute. You see, these are the infinity stones. Because I'm tired of people having access to this information and not taking action, I'm going to Thanos snap my YouTube videos away, and they are very valuable. And you may think, oh, I'll just save the video. I have something for your ass. But why am I doing this? It's not just to be an asshole. First, I gave out free shit. People didn't really take action. Okay, some did, but most didn't. Okay, cool. Then I put hella time and effort and made a course. People didn't like that I was selling a course. It's valuable. Hormozy buys courses. Hormozy says to buy courses, but even that's not why I'm here. I'm not a course maker. I'm not here to sell courses. I'm here for one reason: to make you rich like them. Bro, I helped bro get a Corvette, right? And this is just off of one TikTok live. I don't ask for enough referrals and proof. I should, but off of one live, I said, what did I do for you? I got these 2 comments. I helped him get a Corvette. Have I been offered a ride in the Corvette? You know, he has a 392 Durango, no course, just your YouTube. Did he come back and buy the course? I don't think so. Do I deserve a ride in the Corvette or the Durango? Yes. What the fuck? But even if I didn't, tragedy of the commons, pearls before swine. You cannot leave powerful shit out there like this for free. This is why I'm deleting everything. And you may think I'll save the video. Okay, save it. Keep it saved. Do you have a lot of things in your YouTube watch later? You probably have over 1,000 videos in there. When's the last time you opened YouTube and went straight to your watch later? I'm sure you have over 1,000 videos saved on your TikTok or Instagram. You're probably gonna scroll TikTok today, think a video is funny and save it. Do you open TikTok and look for your saved? No, because you always want something new. Right now is the only time this video and the information in it will be new to you. After that, it's boring, it's old, so you can save the video. You're probably not going to go back and check it. This opportunity only exists right now. But I've given you hella free sauce already, so look directly at me. Let me talk to you for a second. I do this for y'all. What I get out of this is not a Bentley. I'm giving it away. It's not some thousands I'll make off the course. It's 21 Rolls Royces parked back to back knowing I made that happen. That's my vision. That's what I want for us. Not Bentleys are cheap, Lambo, Ferrari are flashy, Rolls Royces, luxury. Rolls Royce for all of us is what I want. I want all of us to travel around the world, making friends, making money, living our dream lives. I don't just want it for me. It's lonely at the top. I hate not having a ton of rich friends. But now let's unlock the key, right? And let's go infinitely back that way. Where does the key go to? Where is my key, Apple? Where does the key actually go to? What does it unlock? Where are we going here? We're going back to the bank. Yes, you're no longer a brokey who goes in through the front of the bank. We go in through the back of the bank now, right? You had your 200 bands in cash sitting on your lap. It's on fire. Why is it on fire? Money is never stationary. Money is always growing or declining. Yes, you're going to lose 2% in inflation every year. It's more like 6% now, more like 10%. But not even just that. People are going to start asking you for shit. They know you have money. You still, to keep your business in good standing, have to pay all these fees every month. The money is slowly declining. It's on fire. So how do we flip it and grow it? Your money's on fire. This is your fire extinguisher. This is what you do with the racks. These are 5 methods that I all either have done personally or know personally someone I could call on the phone right now who has done them and has had success with them. My boy Mayan has the clothing brand. Brandon Dow and a couple other people I know have the Turo shit. My boy's running a window tinting shop. I know these methods. Now, towards the top, they are very fun, but they're also kind of unreliable. I'm not going to tell all of you guys to go become content creators, but this at the bottom, as they slide closer to the bottom, they just get more reliable. They're more boring, but the one at the bottom is the most reliable way to make money. All right, number 1, content creation, being an influencer, right? You need these 4 things to be an influencer. If you have 1, you're good. If you have 2, you're banging. If you have 3, you're viral in a month like me. And if you have all 4, you are Andrew Tate at this point. First is great camera quality. No matter how stupid what you're saying is, if you film it with a great camera, it's going to look good and people are going to watch it. Next is great risk. You can take bad risk or good risk. Good risk is like what Yes Theory does, going to random places and having cool conversations with people that the average person, you wouldn't think to sneak into a festival or fly to another country to make friends, or really vulnerable conversations. We all have emotional things that we hold in. Letting those out is very risky and vulnerable. So if you have those types of conversations with people, you'll do well. Bad risk is like pranks and shit, like going in public, pissing people off because people think, oh, I wouldn't take that risk to piss that guy off. How would he react? Or like the dudes in London who are running in people's houses. Next is personality. Comedians do this. What are they talking about? Nobody knows, but we're laughing as they're saying it. If you have great personality, you will always go viral no matter what you're talking about. Next is great value. Hormozy basically just gets on the camera and spits value. That's what my old TikToks were. I filmed them terribly on a cheap iPhone, but because you guys knew I was giving value, you guys watched and paid attention. That's what I'm doing in this video, right? Next is clothing brand. If you're the swaggy, drippy dude out of the group, if you don't just know what Rick Owens is, but you know what Acne Studios is, you're great at fashion and you can create a clothing brand. My boy Mayan does 20 bands a month off this, and you can spend the money on ads. Remember, we were talking about revolving, keeping money revolving. You spend 10K on ads, you make 10K back. If it's a bad brand and you still have 10K revolving through your business, which looks good, if you spend 10K on ads and make 20, 50K back, like Xavier was doing as well, y'all seen Xavier in the videos, you're doing very well. Okay, next, Turo. Turo is actually pretty risky. Now, if you're willing to take the risk with Turo, look at any Bentley Bentayga on Turo near you that has very good pictures taken, because you have to take good pictures, and see that the $1,000 or $1,500 a month that people are paying, they would be able to make back within 5 to 8 days. So you're tripling your money every month if you're renting it out a lot. I just undersold that too, but it's risky. I didn't rent either of my cars on Turo because I'm kind of nervous if someone's going to crash here to smoke cigarettes in it or do whatever. How you mitigate this risk is the Turo 60-40 plan. Now they're taking 40% of your profits off rip. You just lose 40%. But with the 60-40, they cover literally everything. So you're not going to triple your money every month. You're going to double it, but you have zero risk, right? So that's why Turo's better. Next, window tinting. Everybody, no matter how bad the economy gets, people want to make their little economical car look a little bit stealthed out. Black window tinting or wrapping, which is a bit more complex, is the easiest way to do it. I say window tinting is better because it's a simpler process. You can spend the time a week to learn how to do it yourself, or you can just hire someone for $30 an hour. Remember, you have money, who's already experienced in the business, and you guys rent out a little shop. I told you guys how to, I told you guys you can get a lease easily with business credit. You can put the down payment on your business credit cards if you have to, and now you're tinting windows and making a good amount of income every month. By the way, all of these apply. If you're great at social media, you go down here. You're great at social media, you're great at your clothing brand. You're great at social media, you can market your cars on Turo and even go off Turo like a lot of people are doing, my boy. Next Multiplier knows more about the Turo game than anyone else I've ever come across. Watch all of his videos if you're getting into Turo. Next, the box truck business. I want you to take a look around you and look at every single item around you. The part on the car, the iPad, the iPod, the mints, All of these were shipped on a truck. No matter how bad the economy gets, people need trucks. Trucks move everything in America. The bad part is, for a CDL, for a big rig truck, you needed to go to 2 years of school or a little bit less, the 200 club. But box trucks, however, can be driven by anyone with a regular driver's license. Literally, people have bread routes. I'll put it on screen because I forgot to put it in here. People literally have bread routes. It's just delivering and picking up bread. You have to provide the box truck. You have to provide the person to drive it. If you don't want to drive it, have a pretty woman that you trust. Tell her, I drive this box truck for me for 6 months and I'm gonna fly you out to Greece. We was just in Greece. Keep that promise if she stays loyal. But regardless, drive the shit yourself. You got to make money. Either way, they're selling these routes, which is literally just a factory to pick up bread from and a list of stores to deliver bread to. They're selling them for $100,000 because they are guaranteed to generate that amount of money no matter what happens. People need bread. So yeah, I think I said everything I need to say. Y'all heard what I said. I'm going hard for y'all. Go hard for me. Go get rich. Whether you get the course before it goes, whether you just watch the videos and go get viral, come back and buy the fucking course, motherfucker, and offer me a ride in your fucking car. However you do it, go get rich, take action, because it will not be here for long. In fact, this was your first watch of the video. It's already disappeared. Bye.